forever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here. Team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Right to the air is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. He will push his way down to about the 14. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. To throw is Daniels. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now Daniels. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting. Position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Moore, the man in motion.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Hands it off out of the gun. Jeremy Chin there defensively. When you look at this defense,
they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
so on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
To the air goes Daniels.
That's complete to McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Terry McLaurin from 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing is Williams.
Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Washington defense.
Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes. Those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 48-yard line, here's a second down and 9. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze.
So nothing doing there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, they'll run it here. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Reload, reload.
Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
19 tight, 19, Warriors 70. Let's go now.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Slot man moves right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Here's Williams. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
15 yards there for number 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. 20, down to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Daniels. He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Daniels.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Ben sent it
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
A final shot before break. Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Zerline is set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Looking to throw is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go now. Go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A quick throw to Odunze on the RPO.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
To the air, Williams.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff looking right. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains second and goal.
To throw, Williams.
This will be caught at about the 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. In motion, the tight end.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard. And not only that, now it's 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now Daniels. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side.
And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
Here's Williams to throw from his end zone. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 2nd and 9.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
To throw from his end zone, Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Williams going to sneak it, and he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way, and he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd.
Now he's into the clear again. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 89 yards.
And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
To the air goes Daniels.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw is Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this one too low.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Dancing to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Daniels. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sinnott.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Important extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. From the gun, here's Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Throwing is Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 2nd and 11. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Now 2nd and 4. Williams with a little touch pass forward.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Zerline now for the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
Boy, a potential game changer there here in the 4th quarter to kick that out of bounds. And now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game.
This is 1st and 10.
19 tight.
Here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So what a finish here. They maneuver to the outskirts of his range, Charles. He steps up, drills it from long distance.
That was no gimme. I like that expression, outskirts of his range. Look, the kickers that I've met, all they want is a chance. And I think he knew this one was good the second it left his foot.
Here's 1st down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Bears, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.